Magandang araw, mabuhay. So here's the topic, business and professional culture across countries. So understand cultural etiquette and global hospitality. So here's the introduction. First is doing business internationally means understanding cultural norms. So here, it requires talaga na meron tayong understanding or let's say pag-unawa sa kultura ng ibang bansa. So it shows respect na rin for their country. So number two naman, ang professional culture includes how people greet, communication, and conduct meetings. So, yun nga, professional culture encompasses the way people interact with each other, including na dito yung greetings, communication styles, and meeting etiquette. So, yung number three naman, the last one is in hospitality. Adapting to guest cultural expectations builds trust and satisfaction. So, sa hospitality industry po, we should adjust to the cultural expectations of guests para matulungan na ma-establish yung trust and ma-increase yung satisfaction of the guest.
The key element of business culture, which are very important when working with people or companies from different countries. Business culture guides how to act and show respect and professional settings. We focus on three main parts: greetings, meetings, and negotiation. Number one, greetings. Sa business settings, impression talaga ng greetings, iba-iba ang style for country. Una, in Japan, dito, bowing ang common way to greet. Ibig sabihin nito ay paggalang. Mas mababa ang bow, mas mataas ang respeto. USA, kapag sa Amerika, they prepared a firm handshake and eye contact. Ibig sabihin nito ay confidence at sincerity. Philippines, sa atin naman, simple lang. Friendship, smile, and handshake. Pinapakita natin na approachable tayo at hospitable. So overall, greetings help build trust at nagpapakita kung paano tayo magtrato ng ibang tao. Number two, meetings. Next is meetings. Sa meetings, may ilang important behaviors na kailangan sundin. Una, be punctual and well prepared. Kailangan dumating on time at may dalang data or documents na kailangan. Kapag prepared ka, smooth ang discussion. Next, address people by their proper titles. For example, Sir, Ma'am, Doctors, or Managers. Pinapakita nito na nirespeto mo ang posisyon nila. Respect heritage and seniority. Sa maraming bansa, lalo na sa Asia, importante kung sino ang mas mataas ang posisyon at mas matagal sa company. Usually, sila ang unang magsasalita at unang kinokonsult. So, negotiations. Lastly, we have negotiation. Iba rin ang approach dito depende sa culture. Una, Western countries. Mabilis at direct sila. Businesses talks are very time-focused. Gusto nila mabilis ang decision making. Asian countries, dito naman mas priority ang harmony at long-term relationship. Importante ang tiwala bago gumawa ng agreement. Listen actively and avoid aggressive tones. Huwag masyadong mataas ang boses or aggressive kasi baka ma-misinterpret, better to listen properly and speak or speak.
Using a polite culture appropriate language. Avoid the slang and jargon and idioms that may not translate well. Slowly or slowly by using a polite phrase like, for example, may I help you? Thank you for your time. Please let me know your preference and be aware of tones and culture. Prepare formal language. So, sa ibang kultura daw po, mas malaga daw po yung merong tono na paggalang, like for example sa ibang language, yung mga Ilocano merong accent sa pagsasalita ng lingwahe nila. And example, to a Japanese guest, good afternoon, Mr. Tanaka. It's an honor to save your today. To American guest, hi Mr. Johnson, how your day going to so far? So, ito po yung mga example lang paggalang sa isang tao.
Here we have adapting communication strategies in hospitality. In the hospitality industry, effective communication is key to providing excellent service. First, verbal communication. Verbal communication means adjusting your speech, speak clearly and at comfortable pace, especially for guests who are non-native speakers. Non-verbal communication. Non-verbal communication involves being aware of body language, gestures, eye contact, and personal space can vary across cultures, so it's important to observe and adapt. Written communication. Written communication should always be polite, concise, and professional, whether it's an email, note, or message to guests. Cultural sensitivity. Cultural sensitivity reminds us to respect guests' traditions and beliefs and to avoid discussing topics that may be sensitive or offensive. By applying these strategies, we ensure that every guest feels understood, respected, and valued.
Service etiquette across cultures. So here is the example. Japan serves tea with both hands. This shows respect and politeness towards the guest. Avoid touching guests casually. Physical contact like hugging or patting someone's back is considered too personal and impolite in Japanese culture. Number 2 is USA. Be friendly and conversational. Americans appreciate a warm, approachable attitude and casual small talk. Avoid being too formal. Being overly serious or stiff might seem unfriendly in American culture. Number 3 is Middle East. Offer coffee as a sign of respect. Serving Arabic coffee to guests is a traditional gesture of hospitality and honor. Avoid showing your soles of shoes. Showing the bottom of your shoes is considered disrespectful or rude. France. Last is number 4, France. Greet the guest with bonjour. Saying hello politely before starting a conversation shows good manners. Avoid speaking loudly. Speaking softly is seen as a sign of respect and loud talking can appear rude.